I read something on the social media last night and when I was so disturbed, I was hurt in my spirit. A 14-year-old girl defied by an adult. I slept, only to wake up at midnight to start pondering over all these things I read before sleeping. I forced myself to sleep, but I couldn't. I was so disturbed. This prompted me to make this video. Now, I'm not in this video. I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm not trying to blame the mother of the child. But I felt I should let us know that we the parents, we have a lot of work to do in the lives of these children. Finally, when you do these things, let me start by saying that our children, their mind is just like a fertile ground. The seed you sow into them, it germinates. Now, I want to ask, what seed are you sowing in the lives of your children? Or you're not sowing any seed at all? You just left the child to grow like that. You don't talk anything. You are too shy. You are shy. You are too shy to talk about sex, to educate your children. A lady told me that she has 6 children. She said to me that she's shy. She can't even mention. She can't even mention vagina. How can she say it? I say what? You can't mention it, but you are able to get pregnant and you gave birth through that same vagina. I say you cannot mention it. You cannot educate your children. The other one, they were showing something on the television. As soon as they show a man and a woman kissing, she told the child, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes for what? Since she has already seen it, allow her to see it. It's an opportunity, it's an avenue for you to start teaching this child. You see this, you see that, don't do it. Don't get yourself in this type of thing. Tell the child that God does not like it. That what those ones are doing is very wrong. And you told the child to close your eyes, close your eyes for what? The child will be so inquisitive, be like, why does mommy want me to close eyes? And if that child keep closing eyes, one day somebody will come and kiss that child and she will like the feelings. She said, wow. So you think these children, they don't have feelings? You're getting it wrong. You're getting it wrong. This is the time for you to sow the right seed in the life of your children. From 18 months of life, begin to sow those seeds. Begin to tell them those things they're supposed to know. Begin to tell them, because if you don't tell them, when they go out there, others will tell them, their friends will tell them, their peers groups will tell them, the children coming from damaged home will tell them. They will see it on the television and they would like to practice it. But when you were able to catch them young, it will go a long way to help them in making right and informed choices. You know, the people that defies children, they are not very far from you. In fact, they are your loved ones. They are people that are very close to you. They are people that you love so much that you can't even believe that this person can do this kind of thing. They look so gentle. You know, a lady brought her child to me and said that I should help her to examine if her daughter's hymen is still intact. I said, what? How old is your child? 6 years old. And you want me to examine if her hymen is still intact? What happened? She said that she saw that one trying to touch her sister of 2 to 3 years old. In fact, not trying to touch, touching, exploring. And she got mad. And she wanted to know how the child learned that behavior. She said it's their uncle that taught her that anytime mommy is not around, that he used to touch them. He used to touch them everywhere. I said they should not tell their mama. They should not tell their mother. You can imagine that. right under her roof, right under her nose. Hadibi, she used to tell these children about their body. It would be very easy for them to say, "Mommy, this person touched me here. This person touched my bum bum. This person touched." Tell them, don't allow anybody to touch you. Don't think that everybody will touch them. Who told you? Tell them before they touch them. Don't allow anybody to touch your bum bum. Start to give your children sex education from that 18 months of life. You can say, what am I going to do? You teach them according to their age. An 18 months child, you can start by teaching that child parts of the body. This is your head, this is your eyes, this is your nose, this is your mouth, this is your breast, this is your vagina. Not only bum bum. Call the name, let them know the name of that organ of the body. Tell them the function. Tell them that the vagina is where you wee. Your anus, you poo from there. Tell them about the breast. Tell them those parts of the body. They are private. They are private. They call private parts. That's why you wear clothes to cover it up. They're called private parts. It's not meant for any other person, just for you. Don't allow anybody to see it. Don't allow anybody to touch it. Don't even touch anybody's own. Tell them. Yes. Tell them. Because if you don't tell them, others will teach them. So which one do you prefer? You're telling me you're shy. You're shying away. Some parents will go on to tell their children that, to lie. Tell them that if a man touches you, you get pregnant. And finally, a man will touch that girl will not get pregnant. Tell them what you mean that if a man touches you. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? They already know it. Even if they don't know it, they will go outside. People will tell them. Their friends will tell them. People that already know it will tell them. A lady became a lesbian. She said she became a lesbian through her school mother. Her school mother. Her parents usually allow her to go for holiday in her school mother's house. She goes there. And in the night, they will go and bathe together. They will do all manner of things in the bedroom. And they return to their room and they will continue. Nobody knows what's going on. Now you can imagine. This child will come back home. And nobody knows what's going on. You will allow your child to go for a holiday in a school mother's house. Oh my goodness. In a school mother's house. Now uncle is under your roof, defiling your child. You don't know. You don't know. Now they ask uncle, how come? How did you do this to this child? Uncle said that she learned it in the other auntie's house. When he was staying with them, he learned it there. Now he came to the other auntie's house to practice what he learned in that house. That brings me to another point now. How did he learn it? That in the night, the auntie and the husband will be playing. And he will be seeing them. They will think he's sleeping. No, he's not sleeping. He was awake. He's awake, seeing everything that is going on in the room. Now, why would you do this kind of thing where you have an adult? Why? If you must do, maybe because you are staying in one room. Must you do it when they are awake? Must you need to plan yourself? Plan yourself. Some parents are even the one that spoil their children. Right there where the child is lying down, they will be busy with their own things. And you think the child don't know. Some of them will close their eyes and pretend as if they are sleeping. They are not sleeping. All the movement going on in that room, they are hearing it. They know what's going on in that room. And they will be imagining what's going on here. They might even open their eyes and say, no, I think you are very, very wise. The children are moron. Who told you that? That is what you are supposed to do. What you're supposed to do. The writing on time. Don't wait for others to do it for you. Because if you wait for them to do it for you, you are on your own. Make your children to be your friend. Let them be friends with you. Let them be free. How will they become free with you? By you giving them an open and honest answer when they come to you. Not when they come to you, you tell them, no, if they touch you like this, they touch you like this, bam, we are pregnant. And they mistake you and go touch you like this, you should not get pregnant. And you think they don't have feelings, who told you? Now, this case of pedophile, for you, 10 naira biscuit, way fast, 10 naira biscuit. They will buy them all those shiny wraps. They will give to your children. Now, if you're not friends with your children, and if this child is not the type that can be able to say no, you are gone for. You are done for. So be friends with your children so that when some kind of things begin to happen in their life, they will come to you. They will be free to come to you. They will be free to tell you, Mommy, see what this uncle told me. See, he even bought something for me. But when you're not friends with them, we're always shouting, screaming. If they want to tell you something, see you, and you shout, oh God, shut up, you spoil. Whereas that's the type you're supposed to listen. Pay attention. Know what this child already knows. From there, you now know what you will teach her. So why am I saying all these things? When you're friends with your children, they will be able to tell you. They'll be able to tell you what's going on in their life, and you will be able to advise them on the right thing to do. Because it's only few of them that can pass through this stage untouched. Because those guys, their eyes are everywhere, choking. They cannot be easily, when you're friends with your children, they cannot be easily molested. People cannot just come and defy them anyhow because you are their gist partner. They come back home, they will tell you what's going on. I tell them, see, do this, do that. So what am I saying? Parents, you have a lot of things to do. You have a lot of work to do in the life of your children. Train them. Even the boys. Someone said one time, a nurse, that her children is a concern. This night duty that she's doing is her children that is a concern, her girls. That she doesn't want anybody to spoil her children. Nobody don't want anybody to spoil her children. I said, what about your boys? Because you keep mentioning the girls. So the boys, no problem. They like let them go and bring out anybody. No problem. Oh, you said no problem. You want to train your girl child. You don't want anybody to spoil your children, but your girls. But you don't care if your boys go out there to impregnate other girls. So since you say no problem, another person somewhere will also say no problem. No problem. Let me train my girls. The boys, I can go. So that one that did not train the boys will come and meet your own girls. So what now happens? Because you have refused to train your own child, your own boys, or another woman refused to train her own boys. The woman is bringing another girls from outside. No problem, we can sort it out. And you have girls. Another person will still come for your own girls. So why not do the right thing at the right time? Teach them according to their age. Make use of every opportunity. Sometimes ask them questions, because some of them cannot be able to say anything. They cannot be able to raise the topic. Ask them something. From there you'll be able to find out what they already know. They can open up to you. It's so alarming. How the young girls are being defied now. It's so alarming. And you need to act. Bring your children together. Talk to them. Tell them about the love of Christ. As you teach them on sex education, also teach them about Christ. Because that love, when you let them know about the love of Christ and you make them to love Christ, also love Him, that love will help them. When they see themselves trying to do the wrong thing, they remember the love they have for Christ and the love that Christ has for them. They will come back. But when you just leave them like that, anybody can come and sow. This one come and sow mango. This one come and sow pineapple. This one come and sow this. This one come and sow this. Come and sow inside your life, man, in the life of your child. And all those things begin to germinate and begin to sprout out and be like, where did you pick this from? They picked it because you did not occupy their mind. You did not do what you're supposed to do. Do your own first and leave the rest for God. Yes, that's why I say you should teach them about the word of God. When you do your own, that word of God in their life, the Spirit of God in them will go a long way to help them in whatever situation they find themselves in. Teach them. You see that 2-year-old child? Teach that child. Don't think that nothing is happening. In fact, teach them from 3 years old to start washing their private parts by themselves. Anyhow they wash it, let it be like that. Don't leave them for caregivers. Even if you have a caregiver or you have a visitor, you want the person to help you wash your children, just tell them that she can wash her private, or even tell your child that don't let anybody wash you, just wash by yourself. Maybe when the auntie or uncle want to come out, you say, no, don't worry, ma, I can wash it by myself. Those little things that you think that doesn't matter, it matters a lot. It matters a lot who you leave your child with. Those uncles, those aunties, they are so free with their family friends. You love them so much. You need to be careful. Very, very careful. Thank you for watching. God bless you.